A good early afternoon on Monday to you. Roger Hill, Weathering Heights, VELCO Weather Hazards forecaster. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com. They represent 802 Toyota, Twin City, Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. You can see smoke in many of the observations out here, and it's plaguing, of course, a good portion of Northern California up into British Columbia, and a lot of this smoke is coming in smoke layers and bits and pieces taken up by the jet stream. We have a ridge of higher pressure currently here and an area of low pressure. It's the main storm system in the entire country, producing showers and a few thunderstorms. Also, it's taking some of the smoke and swinging it back around, and also moving kind of a bit of a jet stream flow that's taken some of the smoke and split it off and having it occasionally come across Quebec, and some of that sometimes drops into Vermont and northern New England. And what we have highlighted here are thunderstorms or lightning being detected within the tops of these storms, and also you can see some of that smoke right here with this last frame here. This is this morning. This is our major storm system. Look at how dense that smoke layer is in eastern parts of Colorado, western Nebraska, western Kansas, and really, amazingly, it is really thick up here in parts of the Pacific Northwest. GFS Ensemble we'll start out with this morning, and we're looking at this particular shot here. This is the only precipitation in the entire period, generally ranging from about 0.15 of an inch to their topmost, probably about a little over a third. And so not a big deal as a precipitation maker. This could trigger some thunderstorm activity as we have higher dew points amping up ahead of it, and so the possibility for some thunderstorm activity when Wednesday. Thereafter, cold front moves on in. We get a nice shot of clear weather for probably 3, maybe 3.5 days. Weather Prediction Center showing their total accumulated precipitation through the next 7 days. A couple different storm tracks here from Florida, some subtropical moisture off the Carolina coast over the Gulf Stream. A little bit of a weaker spot here, not as much precipitation, and that's indicated also by the European model. And then a second track here, a more northerly track, kind of coming out of the desert southwest, some of that monsoon moisture making it in northwestern Mexico, the Chihuahua Desert, Sonoran Desert region, and then up into parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Colorado, taking a track. Some of that gets picked up in some areas of lower pressure, come out of the plains, and then track basically to the north and east, and so this is a little bit higher incidence here. Fairly dry in Vermont, a little bit wetter as you cross the Great Lakes into parts of Quebec. Okay, this is the European 6-hourly panels, and we'll just run through. You see a nice area of higher pressure that's ridging across from the Canadian Maritimes here. This is valid now by tomorrow morning. That's tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. Then we get this moisture beginning to encroach, and some pretty good rainfall, we were just showing, accumulated up in the parts of Ontario and Quebec. And then we get some showers and thunderstorms, most likely on Wednesday afternoon and evening, early evening. They move on out pretty quickly. That's the good news there. And then this big, broad area of higher pressure, 1021 hectopascals, builds in and continues to kind of push into the region. And that'll bring us several days of dry weather. And this looks like it'll last probably into Saturday night as it ridges back and provides us with a little bit of a block until the next weather system comes in. This is valid Saturday night. And a little bit of business on Sunday. Now, beyond the period, things get a little bit more active. A couple things I want to show you here. You can see that this is some pretty cold air here. Another area of higher pressure will have a push. And we got moisture that's circulated all the way around from the desert southwest and into parts of Ontario and Quebec. And this will push a little bit more activity in terms of showers and thunderstorms. And also a warm-up. A little bit of higher humidity, higher dew points will advect into the region. And just a slightly greater chance for the potential, at least, for showers and thunderstorms, 1 or 2 of which could be strong. Looking at temperatures, you can see not a bad day today, a fairly warm day, but we got nice diurnal ranges here suggesting dry weather. And temperatures cool off just a little bit tomorrow. That would be on Tuesday. But dew point temperatures begin to advect in Tuesday night, and Wednesday, of course, we'll have showers and thunderstorms. That'll be the peak of it, maxing out probably in the 70s and the low 70s at that. And then we drop off in temperature with a cooler night, 50 to 55. And you see the temperature pattern, then finally it does build up eventually, and we'll probably see a return on some heat and humidity as we get into basically late in the week and early next week. Next 5-day maximum temperature is a cool spot, interior sections of the country, a little bit of an odd looking pattern. It's warm all around, and some of this warmth is going to get into our neck of the woods here as it's kind of circulated in this direction. So 3 days later, there it is, 3 to 6 degrees above normal. These are weighted temperatures 3 to 7 days out. So the world, just 0.2 of a degree above normal Celsius based on the baseline of 1979 to 2000. Wow. Dream on if you think it's some kind of a trend. However, we do have colder air in interior sections of the continent of North America, also in Greenland, some parts of Asia, but very warm across Europe, very warm across a lot of Asia. In the southern hemisphere, we're at 0. Northern hemisphere, 0.4 of a degree above normal. The Arctic, 0.9, and Antarctic is below by this kind of skewed, pretty much off the coast of the Arctic. Antarctic is some rather cold temperatures. These are running anomalies of almost 20 degrees below normal. Tropics, nothing to see here, all quiet right now. Cooler water temperatures, kind of a dipole. And we have warmer temperatures off the eastern seaboard up into parts of New England, and then colder temperatures north of that point. And also a brewing El Nino. So where's the main action? Well, all eyes are on the Hawaiian Islands, the Big Island, Maui, Oahu, Kauai. Molokai is kind of covered up there. But we do have what is Hurricane Lane, and Lane is forecast to make a very slow right turn. This has an Iniki look, Hurricane Iniki, which was a very strong Cat 5 that hit Kauai a couple decades ago. In summary, nice ridge of higher pressure next couple of days. Wednesday will be the active day from this particular storm here. That'll be tracking to our north and swing that cold front through. And then that'll be followed by about 3 days of excellent weather. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.